Hello, my name is John Bannon. I'm an attorney and philosopher. In today's video, I'm going to explain how Hanssonian superdeterminism destroys intersubjectivity. When I speak of Hanssonian superdeterminism, I'm referring to a very unique version of superdeterminism proven by Swedish theoretical physicist Dr. Johan Hansson in 2020. You can find his peer-reviewed proof in the journal Physics Essays, volume 33, number 2, June of 2020, pages 216 to 218. Dr. Hansson proved that we live in a superdeterministic block universe, meaning that we live in 3 dimensions of space and one hidden fourth dimension of time in this fourth dimensional block universe. But there is no such thing as cause and effect in this universe or physical causation. Rather, everything that is in the block universe consists of static particles that are set in place like pebbles in concrete through the dimension of time. Can't move them, you can't change them, they're permanent, but they do create patterns which we describe through our mathematical laws of physics. So, because cause and effect in physics is not real, then that disproves intersubjectivity. Um, Intersubjectivity is the idea that shared psychological concepts between people can lead to a more accurate description of reality. Because an individual's perception is inherently limited by their subjective viewpoint, a single observer cannot fully capture objective reality. Under intersubjectivity, however, when multiple independent minds observe, analyze, and agree upon a phenomenon, their combined cross-verified perspectives get closer to an objective truth. But under Hanssonian superdeterminism, individuals are not converging on truth through a dynamic process of consensus building. That's because there is no dynamic processes in the static block universe because there's no cause and effect in physics. And you need cause and effect or physical causation or probabilistic causation in order to have a dynamic universe with causal interactions. There are no causal interactions between independent minds verifying truth in our block universe. So the convergence on consensus is not an interaction between independently processing minds, but rather a correlation among minds believing the same purported truth. Human agreement has no democratic power over reality. So, under Hanssonian superdeterminism, this idea that human minds have this independent causal processing power to filter out and converge on an objective truth about reality, and that the more of these independently processing minds you put together and let them interact and converge upon a single consensus of objective truth gives you a better perception of objective truth. That whole idea is false because there's no such thing as cause and effect in physics. There's no such thing as an independently causal processed thought process. It doesn't exist. So this whole idea of, well, let's all get together and our minds and let our minds work their magic through their causal independent thinking processes in interaction with other minds with the same independent thinking processes, which will give us a better idea of what the truth really is. That whole idea of that kind of mechanism for finding truth is false. It's totally false under Hanssonian superdeterminism. The consensus is merely a correlation among like thinking minds. There's no additional mechanism, causal mechanism that will get you closer to truth. All right, well, I hope you learned something, and I'll give you a second to read the board. All right, until next time, take care.